Attack on Titan has some great music, but I would say that it's this masterpiece that set the tone for this series. Listen to this beautiful intro at the beginning. Sustained strings, choir. We're not trying to do anything crazy here. See that pause there? Look how much intensity this pause gives. Wow! And that first chord. That's such a dramatic chord. It's so bold, and it was the perfect chord to kind of set the tone for this series. Now let me explain why. Listen to this chord. Do you hear that? Okay, so we are in A minor. That's A minor right there. But what you will hear in the melody, and that's a sharpened seventh. And what do I mean by that? If we have A minor, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, all of those notes have their specific number. So A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and so on. Sharpening the seventh basically means that we should rise it up a half step. A half step is just going up one note. And what we do get in the beginning here is what we call the harmonic minor scale, or just the sound of the harmonic minor scale. So the harmonic minor scale is basically like the minor scale, but instead of the seventh note being flattened like this, being G, we sharpen it. It has a very different quality. As you can hear, it has a much more dissonant and powerful sound compared to the natural minor scale. So why do I think that that chord is so amazing? Well, it's because it's not what you expect. You hear that beautiful string section in the beginning, and after that pause here we get, let's listen to it again. There's no dissonance here, and then suddenly we wait. Do you hear how that sets the tone? That chord is like saying, hey, pay attention, something bad is about to happen right now. Let's take this chord and analyze it. Why does it sound the way it sounds? Well, since we are in A minor, in the beginning here, we hear an A minor in the background. The female voice sings this sharpened 7. So that creates a completely new chord. Because if she were to sing, I don't know, the normal 7, we would get an A minor 7. If she were to sing the root, the 1, we would get... That works, but it's not as bold. But why is it so dissonant? The main cause of the dissonance here, it's because the C here. If we just play an A5, meaning the root and the 5 of the chord, then listen to this. It doesn't sound that bad. Because if we don't have the third there, let's say we make it a major sound, suddenly it's very bright. We need this C in the chord to make it a minor major 7 chord. Otherwise, we wouldn't have that intensity. Why is the C note here so important? Well, let's do a closed voicing here of A minor. See the relationship between A and G sharp, that's just a major 7. And if we check the E note, what is G sharp to E? Well, that is the third if you want to make an E chord. If you have the A note and the E note and they make sense with the G sharp alone, then we're gonna get very bright harmonies. But what relationship does C and G sharp have? If we have a C chord here, do you see that this G is the 5 of C? Very stable harmony. But if we raise the 5 and we get a sharp 5, we get an augmented sound. And augmented chords are very dissonant. Basically, what we actually have here, if we really pay attention to the important harmonies, is a C augmented chord with the A on the bass. If we take that melody, what we actually hear when we listen to this is harmonies. And one harmony we hear here is the octave harmony. The octave harmony is basically playing the same notes or singing the same notes, but in different octaves. Listen to the strings here. That's octaves. Do you hear it? We hear this collide between the B and C, and that's a very nice harmony. I would say if you play diatonically, meaning in the scale, using the second note and third note of the minor scale is very, very nice because we get this natural dissonance. Because the notes are so close to each other. Think about what actually happens here. We take a break from a lot of instruments and a lot of rhythmic ideas that we built up. And as you can hear, we have bass, but it doesn't have as much presence. Now we're slowly introducing the percussion again. It seems like we're going to a new section where we're gonna build up some intensity. Did you hear the chord notes in the bass here? Listen to the chord notes. And we also have staccato violin or staccato strings, but they're not actually playing the same idea that we heard before. Bass, choir, that's it. And maybe some strings playing the bass notes, but you get it. And now the staccato, we build up intensity, as we said. We're about to have the drop, or some kind of drop. And here I would say we get the main melody. And that melody is awesome. We're gonna talk about it later. And now we actually get the percussion going so freaking hard. This is so amazing. But see how many layers there are here. How much there is backing up the main melody. The strings, the choir. Wow. The percussion here, absolutely phenomenal. It's amazing how he gets the percussion to sound this big. We have a lot of brass as well. Amazing. We have the staccato violin, the main melody. Wow, listen to this. Wow, we need to talk about that melody because it's so amazing in itself. Just percussion, super heavy, it sounds like military-esque. It's so amazing. That's interesting. Okay, let's play the chords together with this. I like how he changed the chord progression a little bit for the second round. Let's talk about that melody. We get some very spicy dissonance in that melody. So A minor again. We have A, and then we have this. Wow, what is that? So we have a tritone. I would say that this note, the flat 5, I wouldn't try to say it uses some scale. It might be, but I would say it's most likely just a chromatic passing note. Basically what it means is you can play any note in any mode, but the more you stay on a specific harsh and dissonant sounding note, the more weird it's gonna sound. The reason why it works here, listen. We just stay on that flat 5 for a very short time. It's not like the flat 5 just passes through this melody. It's not the main focus of the melody. I would say it's the A here, right? And then we have again the raised 7th. We could say that we use notes from the harmonic minor scale again. We could say that. Or we could just say that it's also just a passing chromatic note. We don't have to overcomplicate it more than that. The choir, the strings. Wow. And then we have those harmonies, right? Those very dissonant notes. Dissonance is wonderful when we use it in the right context. If we were trying to make a pop song, using these kinds of harmonies, maybe not the best idea. But if we're trying to make an orchestral piece that fits in the world of Attack on Titan, where Titan eats humans and humans try to survive, then dissonance works very, very well. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you had a great time here. Don't forget to leave any suggestions in the comment section below. And yeah, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Bye!